Hello from Set-Rite Products. We'd like to show you the correct way to install a toilet flange. There's a variation of toilet flanges in the industry, from metal to PVC to cast iron to lead bends, copper flanges. But we'll just pick one for now. We're going to start out with a regular metal flange with PVC in the middle. First thing you want to do is remember that all toilet flanges should always be installed on top of the finished floor. So whatever your flooring is, whether it be wood floors, tiles, porcelain, marble, any kind of flooring, you need to have this installed on top of the finished floor. We're going to use as an example the display we have in front of us. This would be a wood floor that we have simulated here. We're just going to show you that when this is installed, it should be installed on top of the wood floor. And we would take it and we would put it down on top of here, and then we'd screw it to the floor after we line up the Johnny bolt locations, and the plumber would connect from there. The problem you have is that the toilet flanges are always installed on the subfloor. The reason being, the finished floor is not installed at the time the plumbing is being done on the house. So about 90% of all the homes in the United States are too low. I'll show you an example over here. If I remove this, you'll find out there's a subfloor down below. That subfloor right there is anywhere from a ½ inch to 3/4 inches below the finished floor. So now we have to figure out how are we going to solve that problem, because now you're going to take this and you're going to find out on a job that the plumber's installed the flange is low because now the finished floor is installed. So we have to come up with a solution for that, and the solution has to be watertight, gas tight, and code approved. So the next thing you want to do is determine what kind of flange is on the floor. So here we have an example. This would be the metal flange with the PVC inside. This would be a PVC flange, and this over here, if you could see it, this would be a lead bend. This is an actual brass ring and a lead bend. This is how it looks. This is what's underneath your toilet if you have an older style house. Now this brass ring and lead bend is installed on the subfloor. This over here, we're going to remove the spacers and we're going to put this down on the subfloor. Same over here. And now everything is installed as it would be when somebody builds a brand new house. They're all installed on the subfloor. Every one of these problems we can solve with the Set-Rite toilet flange extender system. Okay, so the first thing we're going to show you on a metal flange with a PVC inside. This flange is actually in good shape. It's not bent, it's not corroded, it's not rusty. On any flange, whether it be metal or PVC, either one of those, if it's in good shape and is not bent, the first thing you're going to do is put the gasket on top of it. The gasket comes in our kit. The next thing you'll do is you'll select any one of our 4 spacers. We have 4 different size spacers: 1/8, 1/4, 1/2, and 3/4. Oops. Any one of these will match the finished floor thickness. You select one that gets you close to the finished floor. So in this case here, it looks like we need a 1/4 inch spacer. That 1/4 inch spacer also has what's called layout marks. The layout marks are at 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock. So when you install this spacer, you want to make sure that the layout marks are the same measurement off the back wall. So imagine this being the back wall of the toilet. You measure the same distance here at 3 o'clock and the same distance over here at 9 o'clock. You put a mark on the floor and you make sure that that layout arrow is in that location. Next, you'll take the extender, the yellow extender, you're going to push it down through the gasket, lining up the narrow end of the Johnny bolt slot over the layout arrow. Push it down, and then you're just going to take it and you're going to screw it to the floor with our stainless steel self-drilling screws. These will go through the existing flange down into the floor, and you're done. You install standard Johnny bolt, standard wax ring, and go ahead and set your toilet.